with Allianz Global Assistance or Mondial and the former Cornhill, they are already quite big in the UK, and I don't think that they would acquire more business there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in general, for all insurers, it's very interesting in terms of, on the one hand, to be able to provide these assistance services, and on the other hand, to have access to the membership base.
Yeah. That's interesting. Because as you say, it's a challenge getting to the end customer, isn't it? The end consumer.
If you look at the growth of assistance and insurance companies, the biggest growth is from digital and from affiliates. So that they are cooperating with other brands. And so this is basically a huge incentive, possibly a better one than the assistance business as such, which is not due to the shrinking rates there, and the shrinking profitability is not very sexy for insurance companies.
Okay, that's interesting. So actually, the value is really in that
yes, I would say
that huge membership base. So AA's got 4 million live members, so that in terms of consumer members.
And also, if you look into growth perspectives, for example, Allianz could also be interested on this global automotive strategy, because with the customer base, they have a better chance to acquire than automotive companies, OEMs, and then ring fence these B2B customers against others. I
see.
And the same would apply because they have all similar strategies now. If you look at AXA, if you look at Generali, for them that would be, in general, I would say, quite attractive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And just sort of again, slightly switching subjects, the use of telematics, or diagnostics. The AA and actually a number of breakdown companies in the UK have these plug-in devices which are looking to. It's still in trial stage. They're sort of trialing it with 10,000 members or something. And it essentially does two things. It can it does the sort of diagnostic checks of the vehicle, so it supposedly does predictive breakdowns. But then on top of that, it actually does telematics. But it can, you don't need, rather than telematics provided by insurance purposes where it's not anonymous, the AA can do just provide anonymous or anonymized telematics data, say by vehicle make, model, region, these sorts of things. I'm just wondering, maybe from a roadside perspective, whether you think this telematics thing is potentially interesting, but then also from an insurance perspective, whether that could maybe be an interesting one, given the fact that it's always been a challenge, it seems, to actually have the consumer buy into a telematics device on the car.
Yeah, it's very difficult. So, but I would say in general, it's possibly easier to convince an AA member to have such a device than to have a normal customer, let's say, of BMW, to have that implemented. If you look at telematics insurance, it's a very small market because most people don't want to have this. It's an interesting thing for fleets, but outside the fleet market, it's very difficult. But if you look from an investment perspective, so SEA has already 10,000 vehicles. There are at the moment a lot of insurers who would like to learn more about telematics and to learn more about exploiting this data for other products. So that could be interesting from that point of view. But in the long and also in terms of roadside recovery, it is of course quite interesting to do kind of predictive roadside assistance. But in general, I don't think it's a big burner.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's, it would start to fly if you have suddenly a base of 1 million customers.
Yeah.